My name is GavinBallard, and this is my final project. Here we are connecting to my FreeNAS server. Just enter in your username and password. Once we're logged in, we're going to look at the accounts. You can create many different accounts. There's a ton of already built-in ones. It's like web dev and no groups and other things that you use to set up permissions for who you don't want in and certain securities. And here we're going to look at the volumes that I've set up on my FreeNAS. It's set up with ZFS, and it is a really robust file system. What it does is it has a few check systems and checksums so that if your data ever gets corrupted, it will notify you and let you know. Right there, what you do is you set up a volume, and this is the checksums that I'm talking about, is right here. It's being shown. But with the volumes, you set up little data sets, and right now I've got a CIFS set for Windows machines and a AFS set for Apple machines and an NFS set for Linux and another one for web dev. And right now we're looking at the snapshots, and basically it's just like a backup system so that if you ever have anything or anyone come in and delete your files that you have saved to your FreeNAS, you can just roll back from any of those times. Alright, now we're going to take a look at the sharing systems. And right now you have to enable all these different types of shares. You got your Apple share, that's AFS, so we're enabling that right now. Well, it's already been enabled, but I'm just showing you some stuff. Now we're looking at the web dev. This is for like mobile devices, so if you have an iPhone or Android, iOS kind of a thing going on, you can download a web dev app and log into FreeNAS and create files and pull files from the server, etc., etc. So here you can see all the services that are turned on currently: AFS, CIFS, NFS, and then web dev, and then some smart feature that just manages some of the other server features. Let's log out and actually go take a look at some of the other things I've done. Alright, here we are. Tried deploying everything in ESXi, all my virtual machines. It's giving me quite a bit of trouble, and finally gave up after a while. And I finally got some free time, and a couple weeks ago I went back to try again, see if I can get something set up. Before, I've always been getting like an error like this. It's like a warning: the ISO file cannot be found, even though I set up like 3 different shares. I even tried the CD drive, and then finally I was able to actually get ESXi to work, and that was a victory, though I wish it would have ended up working sooner. Here we are on a Mac machine. We're connecting to the AFS share on my FreeNAS. Enter in your username and password. There's the test folder. You can create stuff and it recognizes that with the right credentials that you have permissions to do stuff inside the FreeNAS from anywhere on the network. We're going to drag in some files that we have saved. And that's a little demonstration with the Apple file sharing system. Alright, and here's Linux NFS. Just did the df command, and you can see the mount point. I was going to create a web server where you could actually download and upload files and everything would go into that mount, but I just ran out of time. Here we're on our Windows CIF share. This is probably the one I've spent a little more time on than the others. So like ideally you could like throw in like a lot of your music files and stuff, and the cool thing about CIFs is even the Mac and Linux machines can connect to this share. So if you had Windows, Mac, and Linux all connected to the same FreeNAS, they could all go in and share the same files, and that way everyone could have access to each individual music thing. And then you get some kind of scary error when you move files to your Windows message, but everything's fine, it's not a problem. And that's some of the stuff that we yanked out of the FreeNAS. Alright, moving on. Set up a little Spiceworks monitoring thing. It uses SSH and Windows credentials to view like which machines are available for login and stuff. Here I found like pretty much everyone else's senior project in this little thing. It shows your errors, warnings, which things actually went through, and then here's all the devices that I was actually able to connect to right here. You got my DNS servers, a couple of window machines, and my web server. It shows just like a bunch of stuff. Then if certain things go down, there's these reports. They'll either notify you by email, or you could just log in with that website thing and go there. And the last thing, I set up a VoIP Teamspeak server on one of my Linux boxes, and here I am connecting from 2 of my Windows machines, and here in a minute the other guy will connect. It's too bad I didn't have any of the peripherals up and working that I could have talked and chatted and shown that aspect of the thing worked, but just got a message from that one guy, and then I can reply. Alright, cool. And that's all I have to show for my senior project. Thanks, and goodbye.